Hey there everyone, it's cloudchief, and I just wanted to put a little bit of an update video. And a little more than an update, kind of give, an explanation and give some insight of what's going on. So, I'm sure you all have known that, my schedule has been super busy with, just work and everything going on. And, on top of all that, with all the campaigns and everything coming up, there's just been a lot. I spent a lot of time the other night trying to do the Unity NM, and because the levels getting higher now, I'm getting to the bottom of the barrel of the 122s, soon going to be stepping up to the level 125 NMs. I mean, if I happen to run into something where I can do it in Sparks gear, I'll try, but it's getting to the point I can't, do it in Sparks 118 gear anymore. The stuff's getting too difficult, and I'm going to have to start ramping it up. So, the NM I was trying to complete, I, basically banged my head against it. I'm sure I could continually bang my head against it and eventually clear, but, winning one out of, 10 or 20 attempts at it isn't a good thing as a strategy to present, hey guys, here you can do it this way. Even if, ramping it up gear, that's not a good thing to do, and it's not a good guide. It's not actually then very helpful. So, I wanted to make an announcement that I'm not going to be having any Unity NM videos come out for this month. Reason for that it's the whole month, so you guys can understand there's multiple reasons I decided this, is, like I said, one, it's, I spent a lot of time and didn't really have success and didn't really, narrow down a good thing for, a strategy for the Unity NMs that have left that I've actually attempted. Since I haven't come up with a good video, and haven't gotten to the chance where I've come up with a good, consistent strategy to win, I'm running out of time because soon the campaigns are going to be starting. Campaigns this month are going to super buff your trusts. So they're going to have increased just attributes and stats, and then also if your trust dies, it basically gets full HP. Essentially, it has to die twice before it's actually going to despawn. Plus, again, increased HP and just rest attributes. So, me going and clearing a Unity NM while the campaign's going, and then being like, oh, here's the strategy for it, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hold weight when the campaign's not going. So, I can't be making any videos, essentially, for the whole month. Also, since, like I said, they're becoming more of a challenge, what's going to end up happening more is going to be, I'm going to start attempting it in more higher tier gear, either probably starting it at NQ or maybe even +1 ambuscade gear. But considering this month's campaign has, this month's campaign is the XP campaign, I want to get all the jobs to 99. And then I have already at least the +1, if not mostly, I have almost +2 ambuscade gear for all the jobs. I'm going to make sure I at least try and have NQ and +1 sets for all the jobs, or all the sets, so I can have those different gear for all the different jobs, so that way when we're getting to more difficult stuff, I can present more jobs towards it instead of just a general, mailing it really bad. Because I know there's some things it's like, okay, if you're trying to solo it, the best option is to bring Paladin, or say bring Rune Fencer, or Scholar in some cases, because some Unity NMs I can think of off the top of my head. War is another one, can think. So, because of that, having all the jobs leveled at a good place where they don't have all, a ton of job points and things like I do on my main, it's going to make things, I think a lot more palatable for you guys, and it'll make it much easier to try and make guides that's more balanced, where it's not you have a super high-end, job that has all the things and you're a master and everything. Because if you're a new returning player and you're not to that point, just being like, oh, just do this that I did where I'm using top tier gear and I'm a master, that's not very approachable. So, because of the campaign coming, and then also me wanting to get all jobs leveled to 99, it'll then make things a lot more flexible for me going forward with Unity NMs. Plus, like I said, I'm going to have to start taking strategy going forward differently. Basically, the strategy that I was approaching it before was to attempt doing it in, the 118 set gear, and after I banged my head against it and couldn't really make any progress with making micro adjustments to either trusts and maybe different ways of approaching it, was then, okay, now let me step up my gear, go to 119, okay, let me step up again, go to, NQ Ambuscader, and then I don't think I've done any NMs yet where I've been required to step up to +1 Ambuscade gear. Just, like I say, giving a background, whereas going forward, considering we're getting into higher levels, I'm going to need to start approaching this, I think, in basically +1 Ambuscade gear, and kind of go from there. If it happens to be not too much of a challenge, I can then try stepping it down, but I don't think I'm going to approach any of the NMs going forward the way I have. I need to start approaching it in a different way, because it's just too much of a challenge at this point, if not to the point where it's basically impossible. So basically that's going to be adjustments. So there's not going to be, sadly, any Unity NM guides coming up for the rest of the month. Like I said, as soon as the campaigns end and I can start, I'm going to start working on them again. But again, I got to start approaching these from a completely different angle and start applying different strategies that I have been so far. So I just wanted to let you guys know that there's not going to be any more Unity NMs for the rest of this month, but I am going to pick it up and I want to go through all of them, because eventually it's going to get to the point where I'm going to try and do, okay, duo strats, and eventually I know once we get to like the 135 stuff, the stuff that's like Nidhogg and Aspid and Chimera and Cerberus and King Behemoth and all those, I'm going to need to start actually wrangling in other people and actually setting up, full party strategies, or at least strategies where you have at least 3 to 4 people. Because those, I don't see how it's going to even be feasibly possible to try and solo or duo some of those things. I might give it a crack and see where we get, but again, like I said, I want to try and approach things at the lowest level possible and try and make it so it's, again, come up with strategies that's easier for new and returning players to approach. So again, yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. So we'll get back into it once the campaigns for August ends, and yeah, keep on the lookout for lots of live streams in the month of August for me getting the rest of the jobs on Caulifla to 99. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun. It'll be much easier too going forward to start doing like job guides and do different things, just having all of the jobs leveled, plus it'll free up space, so I can start actually really digging into more mage jobs and stuff like that, since space has been an issue, which is why I haven't jumped into that. So yeah, so just give an update for that, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, thank you for supporting the channel as always, and may you have success in all you do.